This is they call it, what do they call it? Ethnic or, all right, ethnographic art, American Indian, pre-Columbian, and tribal art signature. And I would never usually look at this stuff. However, in the interest of history, it is worth noting that the inhabitants of the Americas were into gold before anyone showed up that we know of from Europe. Now, here's this first one, and this is pretty high purity gold. It's in the shape of a bird, and this is the kind of stuff that most of the time, if the conquistadors can get their hands on it, they'd be melting this down, pouring it into cavities. They'd dig into the sand of the beach and making these rough tumbaga bars, and then shipping it back to Spain, where it would be refined and it's turned into the coins that we all love to collect from 1500s onward. But this 700 to 1400 AD from before that time. Now this, if when I was looking at the actual complete information for the auction listing, they had XRF, X-ray fluorescence gun testing, telling you the actual purity, and it was pretty high in the 80s. I would be interested in someday acquiring a little miniature person. This bird's pretty cool, gotta admit. Look at that. Screaming eagle. For some reason, in the description that you're seeing here, they're not showing us the XRF data. Let's just see how much some of these guys sell for. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? And these come from all different areas. So this is saying Panama. All right, so the bird's from Panama, and it's going to sell for about 4 grand. 4 grand all in, and it probably weighed about 10 grams. Now, this guy's a lot bigger, so they don't know exactly where from. Central America, Colombia, and this guy's great. Obviously, he could use some pants, but you know, Europeans hadn't shown up yet. 8,000 to 2,000. Now, keep in mind, this again, they're not telling you in this little description here how much it weighs, but I was looking at all this before the auction started. This guy is like 85% fine gold, and he's like 2 solid ounces. So right now, although this is going to go for the price of, let's say, 3 solid ounces of gold at today's 4,000 ounce price, that doesn't seem too bad considering what this is. That is fascinating. This is before the known contact with Europeans, and I will give credit to this artwork. So I would really like to have some. Now it's going to go up to, you'd have to bid up to be paying 15 grand to get this at this point. Still not much more than 3 ounce price for essentially 2 ounces of fine gold, actual gold weight. Let's take a look here. How can I see the actual? Here we go. The actual description: 85% gold, XRF. That's X-ray fluorescence. That's the gun that coin shops have. 85% gold, 12 copper, 66 grams. So if you take 85% of 66, it's close to 2 solid ounces. And you get some provenance. So they give you a better description here than they do in the live auction. Now this guy, I don't know if this is even going to sell. I don't think anyone's bid on it. Oh yeah, someone's bid 38,000, or is that the starting bid? And this guy, what's he weigh? 68% gold, 206 grams. Let's figure that out. I can't get this right. 140 grams of solid gold, 4.5 solid ounces of gold, which is, 18 grand just in gold. So you're paying just about double for this giant golden 400 and 900 AD. So somehow they're able to place this, and he's got a back. The other ones were hollow on the back. If you all look at this guy, I believe, yeah, he's no back. I'm not saying that makes a big difference. No one's bidding on this. So, it's going to go for 50 grand. So you are paying more than double the gold. Now this guy, they tell you 12.4 karat gold alloy. Very interesting looking. Look at him. He looks like he's going to cut your heart out and burn it in front of your face and say Kalima. But he won't. I don't think you have to worry about that if you bring him home. But he looks really nice gold. 12.4 karat. He looks a lot more pure than that. He looks yellow, and look at that nose, the nose ring, everything. This guy is genuine. 200 to 800 AD, using the lost wax process, which people still do to make nice gold ornaments and models of things. 23 grand. It's going. You want to hear what this lady's saying?
Or 24,000, take me to 26,000, Heritage Live. Or Manny. You have 26,000 for me? No? That's 26,000 to you then, Heritage Live. Take me to 26,000, or if you still have that cut, you can try 25. This is a good time to use it.
That's enough from her. What's he weigh? XRF, 53% gold. 268 grams. Four and a half ounces of solid gold. So he sold for 30 grand. Seems like a bargain. Now I would have been interested in something small like this that I could even throw in a coin tray just to show the instance of gold in another culture in between 300 and 500 AD. The problem is these have been modified by modern people, and it's difficult for me to tell which part. I think just the donuts are original. The snail's the work of a skilled modern goldsmith in the 1970s to 90s, enhance rather than distract. Yeah, I disagree. I think if these were genuinely 1,500 years old or more artifacts from Ecuador or Colombia people, I would have left it alone. Now look at this. This is selling for a bamillion. Starting bid 46,000. What's the story here? It's interesting looking. Why is it so much? 55% gold, just 46 grams. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I agree it's cool, but I think I would have gone with the little guys if I was going to be spending that much. Yeah, and other people seem to agree. I don't think anyone's bidding on this.
If not, I will say fair warning. Unless I see that advance to 48,000. Right. Please see us at ha.com. Lot 260.
It's a bigger bird.
A Dickies gold avian pendant. And I have 5,000. 5,250. I need 5,500. We're 55. There we have it. How about 6,000?
They just give.
I have 5,500. I need 6,000 to advance. 6,000. How about 65? 6250, still looking for 65. Another one. I always think these look so cool, and I love the color of this gold here.
And it's high
65. How
purity
about
gold. It's
7,000?
85%,
Would
60
6,500 take
grams.
me to 7,000? I have 6,500. Take me to 7,000 Heritage Live. We're at 6,500. Take me to 7,000.
So at 86% gold and 60 grams, it's not quite 2 ounces, but it's close. And as you can see, it's selling for more than 2 ounces, but not by a ton. It's going to go for under 9,000 all in, it looks like. Yep. Oh no, someone's bidding higher. So it's going to go for 9,000 or more. This one's got more detail than the first one, and it is more yellow, and it is bigger. So, bigger is better when we're talking about gold. D keys, I don't know where that is. They say Costa Rica. Again, 1,000 to 1,400. Tumbaga, that's what they call all of the gold here. And that's what the Spaniards called it. And like I said, that's what they were melting down and pouring into cavities that they dug into the sand on the beach to make Tumbaga bars. They did it with the silver and the gold. Now these, use your imagination. What do you think these were for? Yep. It's not just Europeans having bachelor parties. Yeah. As part of a pectoral, headdress, or ear ornaments. Yeah, my money's on pectoral. And let's see what they say. They got these nice little stands. These are nicely, there's 77% gold, 48 grams total. So you're getting more than an ounce here. And right now, these look like they may be closing under spot. I mean, that's incredible if that's true. I haven't done the math, but look at this. Yeah, now they're going. Wow. This is the cheapest gold you're going to get in this auction. Tweezers. What do you think? 1,500-year-old tweezers? I'm tempted just because it's pre-Colombian gold from Quimbaya, Colombia. Look at that. Nobody wants it. Incredible. I got to stop myself, though. Got to stop myself. There's not really much artwork going on with this. It is very interesting because of what it is and that it's gold. What's she saying?
AJ.com, but not long, and that's a promise. Lot 263, a gold pendant of a shaman with rattles.
There we go. This guy's good.
And I have 6,500. Take me to 7,000. 7,000. With you, Heritage Live at 7,000. Next to 7,500. We're at 7,000. Take me to 7,500 to advance.
He's got little pellets in
I
the
have
rattles.
7,000. I need 7,500. Again, he has his rattles and his wonderful headdress. Take me to 7,500. 7,250. Still looking for 7,500.
Incredible. She's still looking for 7,500. Can't believe she wouldn't get it. 89% gold, 68 grams. That's 2 ounces. I mean, it might not be exactly, but that's so close. He's going to go for just a little over the gold. Well, if I was rolling in it. And this guy is actually tastefully wearing some kind of, not quite underpants, but closer than his friends. He's got spurs. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. The right foot, is there some oxidation or something? Someone did some welding, not sure. And he's done. Now these I would have been, yeah, they got a complimentary modern fitting. I didn't like that. I am interested in getting some small, intricate pieces of gold that I could just put in a coin tray, and these would have been it. And I guess I could take off the modern fittings, which I suspect are just those little thingies twisted around the top of each hoop. 700 to 14. Xenu gold earrings from Colombia. How much gold are we talking about here? 55% gold an ounce, so it's a half ounce. Half ounce of pure gold right there. And what's it going to go for? Oh, it's already gone. $2,125. So basically, someone paid spot for those. These, I think they said the XRF showed that they were, yeah, brilliant gold over structural copper. Well, I don't like plated things, although they are interesting. Now, these are incredible, but they're selling for a lot. See these next things here? I guess they stick them in their noses. Uh, if these were selling for less, I'd be involved. Let's just skip ahead and look at these. I guess they'd stick these. This would be like go into their septum. I think. Moche gold filigree nose plaques, 50 to 800 AD. 73% gold. Total weight 16 grams. So 16's a half. You get 3/4 of a half, approximately. So I don't know. It's like a fat quarter. Call it a sovereign and a half sovereign of gold. 4,600. So you can tell people are into these, and I don't blame them. Look at that. I think that's kind of incredible. This reminds me of some of the Persian gold art that you can see at the Oriental Institute in Chicago, which is quite incredible. And here they are. 6750. Yeah, they're going wild. And then you see these next ones. This is the end of the gold almost. This guy's interesting. He's made out of wood, but he's got gold on him. This, it's low purity gold. This I like. Look at it. It looks like a frog drinking from a bowl. Very interesting. These birds, they're nice. Last time I checked, they did not have an XRF report yet. Need XRF test. Yeah, well, you got about a minute and a half left to get that done. I like these though. I just wish I had an idea, for $2,500 reserve, how much gold we're talking about. These are selling. Look at that, going over 10 grand. As they should. It's very nice too. Say what you want about pulling people's hearts out and kicking them down steps. I think they did a very good job on their goldsmithing. Seems to be a slightly lower purity of gold than the last one. See what they say. 8 grams, 72%. That's close. It's just lighter. Selling for a lot. Pound for pound, these are selling for the most, which is interesting. I would have gone for those guys. A lot more gold in them, and I just think they're better presentation, even though I do like these. Next, you got this owl bird. It's another bird. They're on a finial for sticking on a the end of a wood stick. See that? Look at that big toucan beak. I don't think that's an owl actually. It's like a toucan. If I recall correctly, these were lower quality gold. 67% gold, so 34 grams. You call that about 7/10 of an ounce. No one's met that reserve yet. You could extrapolate from that and figure maybe there's something similar going on with these. This guy's kind of the best. How are things going over here? They're on the bird. People are bidding a little bit. That's good. Xenu, Colombia. Yeah, they're calling it an owl. I don't agree with that. Not bad. In fact, that's going to sell for approximately spot, isn't it? 3/4 of an ounce, 32.50, and it's just a little less than 3/4 of an ounce, pure gold. Here's those birds. Did they even tell us how much they weigh? I know they didn't do the XRF. They didn't even tell you what they weigh. That's kind of malpractice, isn't it? Everything else in the auction that's even related to these, you got a gold purity XRF test, and even if you couldn't get the XRF gun out for some reason, you couldn't just throw them on a scale, so we got an idea what they weigh. And people aren't having it. And artistically, I like them. This guy. Look at this guy. He's great. Xenu, Colombia. They say he's a figure. I say he's a frog. 60% gold, 24 grams. You do the math. It's 12. It's like a little. It's like a fat third ounce of solid pure gold. So he's selling for more than gold price, but not by a ton. I think that's just great. He's on a chair. Before the Europeans showed up, he's got a chair. Good for him. And a bowl and a hat. He's ahead of his time. And finally, this cat. They say. They call it a cat. Looks like a Chinese dragon to me, but 62% copper, 12 grams. It's like a Garfield. Interesting. Not selling for much. Feet and tail are carved in lapis lazuli. That's interesting considering, think about the significance of, just like gold, lapis lazuli in the old world. From Afghanistan and all around, before written records, people were trading lapis lazuli, that nice blue rock. I think it's mentioned in the Old Testament. We have evidence of it appearing on trade routes. And here in the New World, before anyone showed up from the Old World that we know of, they're making their ornament out of gold and giving it lapis lazuli feet. And finally, this guy. He's great. And see, he's got one of those nose rings. Miniature moche warrior. So before they had Legos brought over, they were making armies of these guys. And this is all gold around here. His eyes gold. I think his shield is lined in gold. 68% gold. They don't tell you a weight because he's not made of gold. See what's going to happen to him. 43, 5Gs. Yeah, I could see that. This guy makes a good presentation on a desk or a cabinet. I believe that's the end of the gold for this auction. So this is the second one of these heritage ethnographic, whatever you want to call it, that's had pre-Columbian gold from Central and South America. The one a month or so ago had these little frogs I almost got. This one had better stuff on offer, but quite a bit more expensive. The last one, it was a lot of cheaper options. Everything else here, I mean, that's just scary. Just scary. I couldn't sleep at night if this guy's in my house. Or this. I mean, although it does look like the Chinese might have visited. Okay. And not really interested. I could see how people might want these wood masks, but again, I don't want wood that's ancient. That's just scary. Well, I hope this is interesting to you. I do think it's worth having or considering when you think about the importance or significance of gold to people all around the world before they knew each other. It's another piece in the puzzle that implies, for reasons we still might not ever understand, that gold is universally attractive for implicit reasons we don't necessarily need to understand. Have a good night.